Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Bebo. In this video, we're going to take a look at subtracting integers, but in the form of these application, also known as story problems. So for this first one, it says the solar system, and it says the table shows the minimum and maximum temperatures on various celestial objects in the solar system. Scientists want to send a probe to study these celestial objects with the greatest variation in temperature. To which celestial object should they send the probe? So we got the moon, Mars, Mercury, and Venus. And so to find the one that has the greatest variation in temperature, so that's the key, right? We want to find the one that has the greatest variation in temperature. We're going to find the difference between the maximum and the minimum values for each of these celestial objects here. So for the first one, again, just like in the previous video, we talked about just finding the difference between the high value and the low value. So we're going to do 253 minus negative 387. And our trick with subtracting integers is to keep, change, change. So we're going to keep 253. We're going to change subtraction to addition, change this negative 387 to its opposite, which is positive 387. And then when we add these two together, we end up with an answer of 640 degrees Fahrenheit. So now we're going to do the same thing, but with Mars. So we're going to do 70 minus negative 225. So we're going to, again, keep, change, change. Keep 70, change subtraction to addition, change negative 225 to its opposite, which would be positive 225. And 70 plus 225 is just going to be 295. Okay, so we're going to continue that pattern with the next one. So we're going to do, for Mercury, 801, because again, that's our maximum value. So 801 minus a negative 279. And then we're going to keep, change, change. So 801 plus positive 279. And so 801 plus 279 ends up being 1080, so degrees Fahrenheit. And then we have to do this again for the last one. So we're going to do 900 minus 820. And so this is going to end up being 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And I did not keep, change, change on that because that is just too bright. That's just your normal subtraction. You have a bigger number minus a smaller number. So 900 minus 820 is just 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And so to answer the question, right, to which one should they send the probe, the one that has the greatest variation in temperature is going to end up being Mercury. So Mercury is going to be our final answer for this question. All right, let's take a look at another story problem where we have to do a very similar type of setup. So with this one, it says sister cities are different cities in different parts of the world that partner with each other to exchange cultural and educational information. The table below shows pairs of sister cities and their longitudinal coordinates, the number of degrees the city is from the prime meridian. Which pair of cities has the greatest separation in the number of longitudinal coordinates? So very similar question to the last problem. And so which pair of cities has the greatest separation? So which one basically has the greatest difference between them? So if we take a look at the first pair of cities, St. Louis and Bogor, so I think that's how you pronounce it, we're going to do 107 minus a negative 90. And so we're going to keep, change, change. So it turns into 107 plus 90. And this just ends up being 197 degrees, not Fahrenheit. We're just doing longitudinal coordinates, so there's no degrees Fahrenheit, just degrees. So 197 degrees. And then for our next one, we're taking a look at Houston and Perth. And so changing my color here so we can keep that organized. We're going to do 116 minus a negative 95. So again, I'm just doing the higher longitude, so basically the greater value, 116 versus negative 95, just doing the high minus the low, just like we've been practicing with all our questions where we've had to find the distance or difference between these values. And so we're going to keep, change, change. So keep 116, change to addition, change negative 95 to its opposite, and then 116 plus 95 is 211, and again, just degrees. And then we're going to do the same thing for Cincinnati and Munich. So we're going to do 12 minus a negative 85. So we're going to keep, change, change. So 12 plus 85 is 97 degrees. And then for the last set here, we're going to do 128 minus a negative 73. So we're going to keep, change, change. So it turns into 128 plus 73, which is 201 degrees. And so for this question, again, which one has the greatest separation? The answer for this is going to be the pair that have a difference of 211 degrees, and that is Houston and Perth. So that right there will be our final answer for this question. So this was the last video in our subtracting integer series. Thank you so much for watching all of these videos. I really hope it helps you with subtracting integers. Make sure you check out the other videos on the other integer operations. Thanks for watching.